My brother Ben just like, uh, no, click.
Oh,
So
that's cool, man. That he let you just take that as your last day.
yeah, I was like, all right, fuck it, and
So now
just
you get even more time because you already had some time, right, in between
yeah,
the two jobs that you
yeah, it
were
was
gonna have
about
off.
yeah, it was gonna be about a week, yeah.
Nice.
And I was like, all right, well, I went from a week to 10 days. I'm like, okay, let's
Gives
get
you a little more time to get that Christmas shopping done that you were talking
yeah,
about you
exactly.
needed.
I get some time to do some Christmas shopping, which I fucking didn't have to fuck out. It's like it was like every day I'm working except for like Sundays.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. So you were doing almost like 7 day weeks? Because I know at one point you talked about you had a couple 6 day weeks in there,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, and there were some times where they were, I was on the schedule for 6 days, and they would like text me like on a Tuesday night and just say, "Hey, you're on call tomorrow. If you don't hear from us by like 8 o'clock in the morning, you don't have to come in." Okay,
Hmm.
which would just turn into a day off.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. And on
Except
day
that you don't get paid for it.
exactly,
Yeah, that's the only
like not even
problem.
like the hour that I'm on call.
Yeah, if it's like, well, did they put you on like graveyard kind of shit? Is that what you mean?
What do you mean?
Like really late shit? Like is that what you mean by the hour that you're on call?
No, no, no. It was like the hour that I would be on call would be from like 7 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock in the morning.
Ah,
So, but yeah, I think it was not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before that, I think. Yeah. So they're just like, hey, it's kind of slow. We're gonna put you on call tomorrow. Okay. And I'm thinking the same thing. Like, okay, if I don't hear from them by like 8 o'clock in the morning, fuck it. I'm not gonna. I don't have to go in. I get
hmm.
a call at 10 past 8, and the guy's saying, yeah, we need you to come in. I'm just like, oh, you fucking dicks.
Ah, that sucks, man.
So he's like, so when can you be here? I just wanted to say like, about 5 o'clock.
In time for me to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like
Dude,
that.
I feel like that like when I get a call that comes in like at the last minute because like you're supposed to stay logged in until the absolute last second.
Yeah.
So like I'm watching that clock and it'll be like 4:59 and 50 seconds, 51 seconds, 52 seconds, 53 and I'm like 5, 4, 3, 2, ring. Fuck.
Dude, I did the same thing on the previous job too, because like their policy was like, okay, we'll let you guys like punch in like 7 minutes early, kind of like get your shit together, give you time to log in, all that stuff, and then
Hmm.
when you go to log out, you can log out 5 minutes early. So like every shift, I was like watching that counter, just going, all right, 6 minutes, six, 5.5, five
It
and a
makes you
quarter,
fucking crazy, doesn't it? You
dude.
feel like an insane person, like
Well,
just like 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes. It's just like, oh my God, what have I been reduced to?
no, it doesn't make you feel like a crazy person. It's just like it just highlights like how much that job sucks. That
Yeah.
like look like if I'm looking at the fucking clock, just going like, oh, get me the fuck out of here. Like this job sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and like dude, I fucking hated the fact that like when they were saying like, oh, during the summer we're gonna be busy as hell, and we're gonna have a lot of trucks going out. We need more people. Like you're gonna be having like 7, 8 jobs going out. I'm like, okay, what's like the average time that people would get back? It was like that's one of the things about the job that I hated was the fact that I never knew what the fuck time I was gonna get home.
Yeah, that sucks. That would drive me absolutely batty. I don't think
Yeah,
I could deal with that.
yeah, and like one of the guys was telling me, he's like, oh yeah, he's like, I remember like when I was working here full time, and like he's one of those guys that just works there like one day a week. He's like, so there was one time he's like we would go out, like 8:30 in the morning would be like our first job. He's like we wouldn't get back to the shop until like maybe 9 o'clock, 9:30 at night.
Ooh,
Yep. Then you got to take care of the truck, park it in the shop. Like then you go home, and then you come back and do the same thing the next day.
that's crazy.
And I'm like, this is fucked bullshit, man.
And all for like not much pay is really what the rub is there. Like if you were getting a decent amount of coin for that, like, then that's one thing. But
Yeah, like if I was making decent money there, I'm like, all right, I can kind of push that aside a bit. But
But also considering too that I'm sure some of those jobs would have been what did you call them, like redos or recalls or something, where like you have to
yeah,
go back out and like you said you don't get paid for that except for your hourly shit. So that's part
exactly.
of like your check missing, you know?
Yeah. And that was like only one of like the few perks of like the new pay system like coming in was like, hey, if you get sent out for a redo, you're gonna get paid for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that is such fucking horse shit.
Yeah, I really feel like if you're gonna, I mean, obviously redos are inevitable because some, either people are really picky or because someone fucked up a job. There's any number of reasons why you might need to do it. But I feel like if it's necessary, then you try as best you can to get the original crew out there to do it, and maybe you don't pay them for that because they fucked up. I guess it depends on the situation, but ultimately, I feel like.
Well,
I don't know. I feel like if it were my company, I'd pay them regardless, even if it was their fault. Like you got to give them something. I mean, they're working, right? I mean.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Like, as far as like sending out like the same crew or whatnot, like there are sometimes people they don't want those same people because they're like, well, they fucked up. I don't want them to come back out here and do this again.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So like, all right, I get that. But one
He
of the things
peed behind my fern.
yeah, it's like it's just once. But no, like, dude, I'll give you like good scenario here. So that same Saturday. Me and the other guy, we get called to do a redo, which we're already fucking pissed off about. So we get to the house, and we say, okay, it looks like we're redoing a couch for you. Is that correct? She's like, yeah, it's upstairs. Look at this. She goes, well, we had this couch cleaned that was in front of a window, and she's like, you compare it to the other one that's up against the wall, out of the sunlight. Keep that in mind. She's like, the one that's right here that got cleaned, she's like, it's a lighter shade of brown than the other one. Like, it doesn't even match anymore. I'm looking at the guy, I'm just like, I'm staying the fuck quiet here, man. Like, I'm not saying a fucking word.
You're like, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, so I was just like...
Do you want to explain the sun to her?
Yeah, I was like, dude, you take the fucking lead on this one. Like, I'm just gonna go turn on the truck and just, suck on the tailpipe.
So you see, man, there's this giant ball of flames in the sky, right? It's called. And depending on the position of that ball of flames.
Oh, just wait.
Oh no!
It's much like an infomercial. It's like, well, wait, there's more.
There's more. Oh shit.
So we're talking to her, and the guy's just like, okay, like I'm not sure like what you'd like us to do. Like, would you like us to clean the couch again, or would you like us to? She goes, well, I don't know, but I just wanted you guys to know about this. And we're like, this could have happened at one phone call for customer
Duly
service.
Noted.
Like, this could have happened one call to customer service, and they could have been like, okay, how would you like us to handle this?
Yeah.
So. So the husband pipes up and he's like, yeah, I don't know, let's see if you guys can clean it again. Let's see, like maybe those other guys, they didn't do it well enough or something like that. I'm like, all right, fair enough. We're here anyways. We got the equipment. Let's fucking do it. So we clean off the fucking couch and whatnot. We spray it down with like deodorizer and whatnot. And we're like, okay, we're good. Fast forward to a couple days later, we hear the head manager, he's talking about like the new pay plan and whatnot, and he's like telling us like, hey, there's going to be customers out there that are going to try and bullshit you guys. He's like, don't fucking, he's like, call them on it. Like, obviously don't be a dick about it and call them fucking liars, but, call them on their bullshit.
Yeah.
He's like, case in point, he's like, we had this lady, she had us, clean off her couch and whatnot. She said the color didn't match afterwards. We went out, we redid it again. She's like, she called back and she switched the fucking couches when we went back out there. And she's saying, well, no, this doesn't match up and whatnot. She's like, so he's like, so the assistant manager, he goes out there to like take a look at it. He's like, he notices the couches got switched. He's like, all right, let me switch them back. He switches them back. It's the same fucking couch.
Oh wow, man!
So they're
that's bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I mean, that's clever, but man, that is bullshit.
Yeah, but I was just like, Jesus Christ, man. I'm like, fuck, I don't have to put up with this shit anymore.
Seriously, man, people just suck, don't they? Holy shit.
They really do, man.
Man, I mean, I hate to say that, but I really just don't like people. I really don't, man.
I can't say I'm a fan of them either. Like, I keep, like, just waiting for this fucking, like, asteroid that's supposed to come out of the space and just fucking kill us all. I'm like, oh, I'm just waiting for it.
Every time, like, I have a little bit of faith in humanity, something else comes along, and I'm just like, oh my god, why?
It's like,
Why?
wait, what are you doing with faith in people? No, you can't have that.
Yeah,
How
you
dare
can't have
you?
nice things. Come on, man.
Faith in people. Look at this fucking guy over here.
You'll hear about like, oh, so and so rescued a dog or something, and so did this and that. It's like, oh, that's cool. And then it's like, so and so raped and murdered 30 people, and then you're like, oh, well, maybe the world's not so bright after all.
Man, the world still sucks.
Yeah. I mean, man, doesn't take much.
No, it really doesn't. It's just, man, fuck people.
Yeah. Well, just especially like the people who get just so uppity about the dumbest shit, like about or pull shit like the couch, like
Yeah.
you just have these fucking people that just I don't know, man.
And you know what, man? Don't get me wrong. Yeah, there were definitely some people that were fucking cool as shit, man. Like, what was it? I guess I can talk about this now because fucking I'm out of there. But I told you about the sectional I had to clean with a partner and whatnot. And the thing was just like splooge just covered on this fucking thing.
Yes.
Thank fuck I was wearing gloves, but that's besides the point. So
did you even say that he outright was like, I got a chick I fuck on this thing or something?
Yeah, he's like,
that?
yeah, my girl loves to fuck me on this couch. I'm like, oh shit. And of course, there it is, just caked on there like this big spot of spooge.
Oh Jesus.
And just like my first thought was like, I'm assuming the sectional's your girl, because like,
You're just actually fucking the cushions.
yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, Jesus Christ, man. So, yeah, we clean off the sectional and whatnot. We, I think we sprayed it down with like deodorizer or something like that. And apparently, like the guy I was working with, like he had worked with this guy a few times and whatnot, and he always does like a little bit of extra stuff for like money under the table.
Mm-hmm.
So we ended up like cleaning up a carpet area that was in front of there and like spraying that down too. So, time we leave, like I at one point, like I asked the guy to use the bathroom for quick sex, so I didn't piss myself.
Don't want a three-peat.
So yeah, apparently, so this is before those. So, so like while I'm in the bathroom, apparently, like he's asking like the guy I'm working with, he's like, "Hey man, is this guy cool? Like he's not gonna rat you out for like doing extra shit for me?" He goes, "Nah, he's cool, man. He's fine." He's like, all right, cool." So just finished up wrapping up the truck. He's like, all right, let's get out of here. Like, all right, cool, man. We get in the truck. He hands me like $45. He's like, hey, by the way, this is from that the guy in there. He's like, just keep your mouth shut about this. So I was like, all right.
Nice.
So I was like, great. So they paid me to clean up a spooge covered couch. I got $45 in tips. Awesome.
Hey, it's something.
It's something, but it's like, still, man, like, stop fucking your couch.
Yeah, seriously. Oh man. I have kind of a story that relates to you mentioned like being in the bathroom and shit like that. I have a kind of a bathroom related story that I think you'll enjoy.
Hell.
So you remember we had the story, I think it was maybe a couple podcasts back, about the pricking the finger and the food sensitivity test.
Yep, milking the finger.
Milking the finger, yeah. So the results came back from that test, man.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like, I had to do another test. I had to milk my ass.
No.
Bruce, what are you doing in there? Milking my ass for this test.
No, but like part of it was like we got on like a video chat with this dude from the company who like runs it. runs it. I don't know how to word it, but like Liz and I did a video chat with this guy from the company.
Okay.
Who like sent me the test or whatever, and it's just to go over like your results and shit like that, and like recommendations. And so like apparently I have sensitivities to buckwheat and like a few other things, but buckwheat is the more prominent of things that I need to look out for apparently. But anyway, like one of the things he asked is like, why did you take the test? What made you want to take it? And I was like, well, mostly curiosity, because I don't honestly feel like I have any like issues per se, like it's not like I feel like I have any digestion problems or anything like that. It was just more for curiosity and probably, to support Liz and her endeavors and shit like that. And
you're like, look, dude, I just wanted my fiance to milk my finger.
Pretty much.
That's too much to ask.
I just needed an excuse to have a story about milking my fingers. So that was the most convenient way to get to that point. So that came up, and then ultimately we got off the call, and Liz and I, we keep talking about it, obviously off the call or whatever, and because she's like, because I have noticed that you do exhibit some symptoms of sensitivity to things, and I was like, really? Like, what have you noticed that maybe I haven't noticed? And she was like, well, when I'm in the bathroom, and sometimes you're in the other bathroom.